We all have a crude error. Yeah, everyone goes through like a discovery period of figuring out what they want to do with their content and like figuring out what their strengths are and what their weaknesses are. And you know what I discovered? I discovered my weakness is my strength is talking. My strength is talking about stuff. It's how I am the best on stream is when I'm just talking about stuff, right? You weren't always red? No. I was once maroon. Oh god. I wasn't always an imp. No, I've always been an imp. It's just I had a pretty mediocre design to start off with because I had a specific design idea and then I didn't communicate it very well to the artist. Oh, you mentioned it. What's your gimmick, Arthur? Besides being an audiophile red imp? That's it. That's the gimmick. I'm kind of against gimmicks. I'm kind of against gimmicks. Honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of. I'm not the biggest fan of, like, kayfabe and, like, deep lore and all this stuff. I just don't really care. I think that the thing that people want, at least, this is my personal opinion, I think the thing that people want out of live streams is an authentic experience. They want to just listen to somebody talk. I think they want to just hear, they want to, like, experience a personality and someone's personality and opinions and, like, jokes and humor. I think they want a person. They don't want a character. They don't want like a facsimile of a person. They don't want something that's, like, made up. They don't want that. People want a person. Like, think about every single major streamer and why do people like them? Why do people like Kai Cenat? They like him because of his personality. Why do people like XQC? They like him because of his personality. I don't know what that personality is, but they like him for it. Why do people like Ludwig? They like him for his personality. Why do people like Hassan? They like him for his personality. Why do people like Germa? They like him for his personality. Why do people like Shroud? They like him for his personality. Like, streamers are their personality. It is their brand. That is what they are. It's not that, like, nobody watches Germa because he's a 700-year-old demon who slayed God. Nobody watches. Thank you for the follow.
His fans.
Nobody watches I Show Speed because he's like a steel forger who forged a blade over the course of 1,000 years to slay a dragon. Nobody cares about any of this shit. They don't. Like, yeah, there are certain. Now, I'm being hyperbolic, obviously. There are people who like lore, and they like this kind of stuff, and they're interested in it. And I don't necessarily think there's anything wrong with that. But what I'm saying is the majority of people don't care. Most people don't care, and they just want a streamer. That's it. The character should assist compliment the streamer rather than restrict them. Yeah, that's another big issue. Absolutely. I've seen a lot of people who get a character and then they restrict themselves really heavily based on that character, right? They strangle themselves with a character. They're like, oh, I can't. They actually make it so that a lot of aspects of their natural personality that are very interesting and that would come out and do well are just buried underneath a character, guys. It hurts them more than helps them. Gimmicks are how we get gimmick posters and terminal forum spawn with maximum inherit for VTubers or whatever. Some of them get a character, but they never last very long. The forums take them. Yeah. Why do people like Arthur? They like his porn. So if I copy Charlie in every way I could get famous? No. This is a message a ton of VTubers have to hear. Yeah, but so here's the thing. I think that lore is for the VTubers in a lot of ways. Like, lore is usually something that, like, is just exciting for VTubers, and being, like, a character is, like, something exciting for people who are, like, very creative and like to LARP, and they like, they like TTRPGs, that kind of stuff. But, yeah, it's just, like, I just don't think that the kind of thing is super conducive to being a super successful streamer. I don't believe it. How's 2025 been looking so far? Better than 2024 so far. We talked this before. Lore is a good thing if it's something that doesn't affect the other all stream. Leave it in YouTube videos and such for people that want to do that stuff. Yeah. I like the way Nagi does it. Yeah, Nagi's lore doesn't affect, damage her as a streamer, right? It doesn't get in the way. Just something exists in the background that comes up once in a while. Yeah. Saving means nothing really unless you make use of lore and actually make it you're part of the content. But honestly, it's not the first thing that people stay for. No, people stay for you. They stay for you. They stay for do they like your voice? Do they like what you do? Do they like how you talk? Do they like what you show? Do they like that's it. That's why people stick around streams. They stick around streams for streamers, not because you're a fucking secret princess with magical shoes that has a family dynasty that you can describe in a fucking 40-minute goddamn bibliography on YouTube. No one cares about, except you and like 5 people. No one cares. Nobody cares. I'm sorry. I know it's interesting to you, but nobody cares. We'll be right back. Let's see. Niano does it really well. Him being a kid, he gives many options for a bit, both of chatters and himself, but also obviously not a focal point. Yeah, exactly. That's a very good point, right? That's a fantastic point of that, like, Niano isn't like constantly like doing cat stuff all the time. Like, Niano, you can still tell underneath the cat lore is a person that you're interested in listening to his opinion and listening to him talk about stuff, right? I'm selling 949 Steam cards right now. Update on the final sum of money, even if you don't. Oh, I care. I care. Oh, that's fucking badass. I want to know what the final sell total is going to be at the end of it. If we can make a few pounds on it, I could buy more soundtracks on Steam. Ooh. Rory says more cat things than Niano, and she is a donkey. True. Yeah, true. Not wrong. Hi, Dragon Spartan. Welcome in and welcome. But yeah, like. I guess to finish up this idea about like lore, I have no problem with people having lore, but I will say you have to be very careful about lore, because lore can kill you. Lore can kill you and kill your chances of being a successful streamer if it takes over your stream and is the primary focal point, because it is off-putting to the normal stream viewer. It is exciting for a minority. You will absolutely find an audience with it. But there are a lot of people who just don't find it interesting, and they'll find it off-putting. What it mean? Yeah, he isn't a kimchi. Why would you say that? Purr, you're so mean, meow. Yeah. The lore is I'm a lady. Well, actually, so Brace is a very good example, too, right? Brace's lore is that she's a sentient video game console, right? She's literally a virtual boy given flesh in the digital realm. That's cool. Because you know why it's cool? Because it doesn't affect her content. She is, at the end of the day, like, she has that as a backdrop, as an explanation for, like, how she looks and her aesthetic. But at the end of the day, she's just a lady. She streams. And she arts, and she plays video games, and she's interesting to talk to. And that's what people want. That's what people want. I'm not saying, like, don't have any lore, have no understanding whatsoever of what you are, because there is some lore behind the Arthur character, right? Like, I think I'm kind of changing it over time. I think now, like, we've moved it into a spot. We've moved into a spot now where I was always a demon. Because it used to be like, oh, I got transformed into a demon. But now I think we're just gonna go full, that like my mom was a demon, my dad was a human, and my sister is Risa. I think that's basically the lore. And well, actually, you know what? I think maybe we could do my Risa as my half sister too. Because, oh, that would be an explanation, actually. That would be an explanation for why Risa has horns and I don't, is that she's my half-sister. Yeah! Yeah. Oh, we figured it out. All right, there we go. Perfect. Risa's now included. Yeah, Risa's been included. We decided on the brother sister duo thing, like randomly as we were hanging out and interacting because people were saying that we have that dynamic. So yeah, that's the lore. That's the entire lore. Arthur Abbott lore is just like, I'm just a little guy. I'm just a little half demon. I'm a little half imp. Is the lore that Vari summoned you as a fuck buddy? Nah. She just like convinced me. She brought me over for her stinky fish, and I'm not talking about her pussy. Then she brought me over for that stinky fish that they have in Sweden, and it got my head all woozy and messed up. And then she pounded my butt with a strap on. Incredible choice of words. Little creature with game chop. Can we have your mom on Hot Tendy Talk at some point? Probably at some point, yeah. So stepsister? Yeah, but blood related. Blood related, because we're not cowards. Write that down. Is the lore that, let's see, when the lore changes and evolves over time, but isn't a big thing? Yeah. She's not even allowed to be a full sister. Well, we gotta explain why she has horns and I don't, right? What about Mirabelle? Mira's just friend. Mira's just a friend. You don't disrespect swim-storming like this. No, I will. Need some spicier hot sauce, because no one is dying from the sauce, not even once. When we have Risa and her mom on Steam at the same time, then we have. I'm pretty sure we have. I think she stopped by when we've collabed before. Are there always judges? That's what she uses mouse. Hold on, I got sippy. You're in a bottle that burns very easy in the sun and got mistaken for a demon. No, that's not, no. No. That's why you don't have any horns. No. I think I like the lore that I'm like half, I like the half imp. I don't think I ever want to change the half imp because I like the idea of being half imp. So I think it makes more sense. It makes more sense if my dad was human and my mom was an imp. Because that's based. Because monster fucking is based. Ours is an imp. She is a devil. That is why I know imp horns. Don drops on right recent mic fairly frequently. Yeah. Okay, but are you infertile since you are an infernal half-breed? No, I can still breed. No. I'm very virile, actually. How dare you? How dare you say that about my seed? Well, no, see, that wouldn't actually make any sense to the rest of the lore, right? Of everyone is trying to steal my precious seed all the time. They're always trying to get me. They're always trying to get me all the time. So why would that be? They are just bad at biology. Why are you like this? Listen. Why? Maybe they just want to do it as a bit. If you get shagged by a half pipe, is it called a half pipe? He can't breathe with anyone except his precious wife, Neko Arc. Oh, speaking of, that art is coming along swimmingly, by the way. I showed, yesterday, I showed Fubi and I showed Mira. And Mira, I believe, what was Mira's exact quote? Mira was, quote was, "It looks like I'm trying to kill you. It's fantastic." He showed us the porn line. No, I didn't. No, I did not. That did not happen. No. God damn it. Okay. Okay, chat. Let's talk about the news. Let's talk about the news. We've got news to talk about, chat. We've got more stuff to talk about.